David Sutphen, you've argued that there are people within the Democratic Party who have vilified business. Is this a problem for the Obama administration in the next 2 years? Because one of the problems, I think, for Obama in Silicon Valley is that there was a great deal of enthusiasm for him when he was elected 2 years ago. But now more and more people are skeptical about his approach to business. What does Obama have to do to rekindle the enthusiasm within the business community in media and technology? Does he need to rethink his attitude to major policy issues like net neutrality?
I think there's no question about it, an issue like net neutrality, that they need to rethink their policy. I mean, you've heard it in the president's remarks since the election last week. I mean, he acknowledged in his first speech to the media that he thought that, you know, the relationship with the business community needed to be tended to some more. Now, to his defense, I mean, clearly when they came into office, there were a lot of structural challenges that were profound and troubling that were facing the country. But I think one of the areas where the administration could do a better job of finding common ground with business is identifying core policy areas where technology and innovation can move the ball forward. And there's a ton of those. And so, you know, my sense is, as a Democrat, is, you know, the tech industry, as I've said, is an industry that I think of the large corporate sectors, I think the American public and people in general feel the most positive about. They tend, as you said, to be pretty progressive and, you know, supported the president in quite sizable numbers. So my view is, you know, dance with your friends, wholeheartedly embrace the community and figure out ways to make them feel like they're sitting next to you as a thought partner in solving some of these big problems that our country faces. And so, yeah, I'd give him a big bear hug if I was him, because as I've said, it's all of this is about building consensus, moving forward, and having an impact. And you can't do that alone. You can't do it as an elected official. You can't do it as private industry. You need each other. And I think the beauty of the technology industry is they're ready and in many respects already at the table to be part of the solution on a lot of the challenges we face as a country.
Do you think one of the dangers for Obama is to embrace protectionism? That's a populist issue that will win over many Americans but will actually alienate the tech community?
You know, I think, you know, trade is always a very difficult issue. And I think one of the challenges with the debate around trade is it's historically been framed through what was a kind of a manufacturing-driven societal lens, which is what our country was for quite some time. And now we live in an, as you know better than I do, in an information economy and an ideas economy. And in that part of the future, we still have a really profound and leadership role in the world. And I think one of the challenges is getting the American public to a comfort level with the notion that if we're in the ideas and technology creation and innovation marketplace, that's our sweet spot now. It's not, unfortunately, or what it used to be in, you know, kind of manufacturing or steel or other things, although those industries still exist in our country. Then where's the growth? Well, guess what? The growth is in India and Brazil and China. So if you're at a technology company and everybody in the United States already has your device or your product, where are you going to sell it? You're going to sell it in China, where there's a huge growing middle class. So getting people to understand that opening markets is actually going to help create American jobs. And I think one of the other challenges is that we're going through some pretty profound structural changes in our economy, and there's a lot of Americans who, unfortunately, aren't educationally prepared for those structural changes. So they yearn, understandably, to still be part of what our economy once was, and don't feel 100% comfortable in where we're going. And so it's incumbent upon all of us to help those folks make this transition so that they can be part of what the future economy looks like. It's one of the reasons why the president and the tech industry have spent so much time together talking about the importance of improving our educational system and particularly encouraging more young Americans to pursue degrees in science, technology, engineering, and math, because that's where the future is. and that's where our competitive advantage is now. And if we don't stay focused on that, we're going to lose a huge benefit that we have as a society now.